Hello, welcome back to another CM Travels video. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up or subscribe. This little bottom button here will do that for you straight away so we can continue to bring you epic content here on YouTube. CM Travels, we're a wildlife travel company making amazing itineraries for our clients. But today we're going to be talking about the Nikon D780. We took her out for a little test run here because Nikon have told us that this is the hybrid version of their mirrorless system with their old school DSLR. We took it out to test it. Here's some of the images. Check it out. What a better way to be outside with nature and testing out the Nikon D780. Enjoy. Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed some of those images. It was really fantastic to be outside and enjoying nature. We must remember that this is the entry-level full frame. It's probably slightly below the Nikon D810, which is their famous one for this sort of photography style, and of course the D850 if I'm not mistaken. Now, the features that this camera gives you are really fantastic. The screen resolution, the touch screen, the focusing, the video functionalities as well, which I barely touched on and used. It was really simple to use, really intuitive system and menu. Considering that I normally use Canon gear, this was really easy to switch across to and get right into it really. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. The autofocus was absolutely fantastic. And if you're looking at this entry level, you know, you're on a budget, you know, of below $2,000, this is absolutely spectacular camera. It's also slightly smaller, slightly lighter weight than your the previous models of this version of the camera. And when you're traveling today, having a big heavy camera and a big heavy lens is slightly more difficult than it used to be. A wonderful pairing was this fixed 300mm f4. It's also small. I want to just compare, and when I say small, if we look at the Canon comparison here, it's slightly smaller and lighter for that matter of fact. So this, I mean, this is just your little pocket rocket here, up, down. It's packed full of features. It's got wonderful clarity. The Nikon fan base out there will probably have run into similar issues with the .nef files and the raw footage that you get from these cameras nowadays. I did have to download plethora of software in order to extract the files and able to edit them in Lightroom and Photoshop and really get them onto something. I use Mac system or an OS system, so I needed to edit the images rather using that system, and that took a bit of time to use. So if you are getting into newer cameras, just a heads up, go onto the Nikon website. I'll put up the link. Download the necessary software that you need. It's not terribly difficult, but just so that you can have a bit more time, maybe to go and play some golf, or maybe take some more photographs of birds, who knows. But if you're going to be downloading and shooting in RAW format, you're going to need the software in order to convert the files to something that your computer can read. Now that you've seen some of the footage and some of the images, I really hope that it helps you understand the camera better. The hybridized system is, you know, it's fantastic. It's really good, particularly if you're not ready yet to jump into that mirrorless world. And if you've got to remember as well, if you have old lenses, the FX lenses, these fit those. This camera can take those lenses, but it's got the hybridized version of the sensor, which really has increased the autofocus speed. And I was very, very impressed with it. I'd highly recommend it if this is the kind of thing that you're looking for. Please know as well that this is not sponsored by Nikon or Canon. I'm just giving my honest review here. I hope you enjoyed the content today. We're going to be putting up some ideas of other videos that you might like as well. Hit those little pop-ups and they'll lead you straight to another video of ours. And if you liked the video today, please hit that thumbs up or the subscribe, this little red square here, hit that and you can subscribe to the channel. That'll help us out. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us here on CM Travels, and we'll see you in the next one.